So the world comes out. The world. So I hear endings and beginnings, cycles closing, and new cycles entering, right? Now, Valet of Blades is in reverse. So this makes me feel like what comes up could come up as a surprise for some of you, and that may be overwhelming, or I hear triggering for some of you, because there's something about it that you cannot control. There's just something about this moon where it's like a lot is revealed, whether it's on the external, but definitely internal. It's definitely an internal revelation, right? So I just feel like there's gonna be some things where it's like certain events, certain situations that come up, it may have you feel as though like I need to have some sense of control over this. And the moment you realize you can't or you don't is in a sense when you become overwhelmed or triggered in some way. But I feel like there's definitely an enlightenment period here too. So it's really all about your perception, you know? That's what I get from the world so far. Definitely hearing truths coming out. And I feel some of these truths are just exactly what you needed to be revealed to you. Some of these truths are exactly what you just needed to see or hear, because now it's almost like, it's like now you can keep grinding. There's something about allowing the grind to continue. Now there's motion. There's what's it called? A fucking bee. I don't know, I lost the word, but pretty much moderation, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm kind of getting lost in my own thoughts right now. What else do we have for the collective? One more card for the collective. So Queen of Discs, Queen of Earth comes out. Can you please focus? Please, for me. Focus. Okay, so Queen of Earth. And now I heard the word demand. There could be this kind of demanding energy. Maybe there's a few individuals around you, or there's this energy around you that feels like they're demanding something of you. And if this is you, maybe you have been feeling that way, and you feel that today. You know, you feel as though like, oh shit, my bad. You feel as though you've been waiting for something to come into fruition. You've been waiting to reap your rewards, and there could be some annoyance to some extent about that, about what hasn't come in for you yet. And I feel as though there could somehow be this test in disguise. It's like you're being tested in disguise, not even knowing that the gift for you is actually right in front of you. You just can't see it. So it's like someone can come to you, whether it's with a task, you know, a task that you need to complete, or some kind of question, it's all about how you respond to this, right? It could be some kind of offer, or it could just be some kind of something, some kind of test, something. But it's all about how you respond to it. And it's all about how you are perceiving it, how you are perceiving the dynamic. And it's almost like this person that approaches you, they have they have your gift. It's literally behind their back, like they're holding it behind their back, but it's like they're just waiting to see what you're gonna say and how you're gonna say it. It's something like that. And this is really, in a sense, to not only test out your strength. I hear strength, but I also hear inner will, you know, your own worth, your individual worth. How do you defend yourself? How do you actually stick up for yourself when it just comes to certain situations? It's something that someone may feel the need to just know. They need to know how this can all really go about. So maybe their approach to that could be somewhat, it's not deceptive, and I don't want to call it like slick or sneaky. They're just trying to be strategic with how they're trying to come off. They're trying to be strategic with their own approach, right? And now I hear lighting a match. It's like something can be sparked from that. And that's so crazy. The strength was one of the first words I said, and then it comes out. So we have Leo energy here. Bear with me in this fucking camera. Okay? See, I hear it's all about how you look at it. It's really just about what are you taking from this, and what feels familiar to you based off your past experiences. You know, it's not about what really was done. It's just about what did it all mean, for real. Like, what did it all mean to you, and how did it make you feel, versus where you are now, but also where you can be now. It's about what you choose, right? Because you are the creator of your own experience. And then, so we have 4 of Wands here. There's something about this card that's telling me you already know what you know. Like, you already, it's saying something like you already know the answer. So don't trick yourself into an illusion. Don't get yourself caught up in this confusion that you could just be creating for yourself, or you're allowing someone to have you create that for yourself. Yes, sometimes, yes, some people's intentions are to purposely shift you in a different direction, but they are not the ones who are actually doing that. You just gave them power to do it. So what are you doing? You know, like, you feel me? Shit. So what are you doing? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna not do? Because maybe this also calls for you to do absolutely nothing. Maybe this energy calls for you to say absolutely nothing and let the energy speak for itself. There's that too. But, you know, in a more practical sense, in a more practical aspect or perception of that, I feel as though you don't have to say too much. Don't once you get going on what it is that you want to express, it doesn't necessarily call for you to overly express. Maybe not everything really calls for you to do all the work. And I'm hearing now that someone's saying, I don't want to do all the work again. I don't want to be the one to have to do all the work. So communicate that. You know what I mean? I feel like it all is eventually going to just circle back to the need for communication. And I don't know, I'm really sensing that you are like overwhelmed by the fact that There are certain things you have to communicate, or just the fact that you know you have to communicate something. Because you're already starting to like doubt in some way that the communication is going to be misled or misunderstood in some way, because you feel as though you haven't been respected in the past when it comes to your, you know, when you communicate, how you want to communicate. Someone could have been gaslighted like shit in the past, or someone's just used to like that kind of behavior or treatment, you know, mistreatment. But that's someone really like falling into the depths of their own waters, and that's fine, because that's Scorpio energy. It calls for you to surrender and just fall in the void. Because along with that silence, there's so much clarity you actually receive from it. There's a lot of answers that come through, you know, and it can feel really like, I hear bogged down. What? And I hear mysterious. Yes, it can be quite mysterious, that it could feel annoying and scary and just, what am I doing here, right? Wow, what the fuck? You can't make this shit up. You can't. The Fool. So take on the journey by not having such high expectations, but truly like having those expectations for yourself. What do you expect of yourself? You feel me? So that strength that you receive from the void that you can be in, or maybe it can be some chaos, but how do you create your own peace? How do you create your own harmony, right? I just keep hearing it's about how you do it, because it's still about how you look at it and what you feel from that. What do you want to do with that? Not, oh, well, we're here, so guess it's about to be a fucking mess. Guess it's about to be this. Like, no, like, you're the creator of your own experience. So don't over dilute anything. I don't even want to say overanalyze. I have this feeling where it's like things are actually really set in place for us to, like, we're in a big ass like land field. It's a fucking garden, right? But that is also some way the battlefield too. But it's not for us to fight each other. It's in a sense for us to fight our own demons. So there can be so many things about this garden, this battlefield in quotations, right? That it seems intimidating, or it seems like all of where we are is still something that we have to work for, but in a more low vibrational way. And that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's how you're looking at it. When really all of these resources that are here to help us. This is an energy of support. So it can trick some of you into thinking that it's not, that it's some kind of fucking I don't know, some kind of deception, some kind of trick. And that, I feel, is stemming from our old ways of thinking, the old timeline. So in order to find a sense of new and to feel refreshed and to feel illuminated, because you feel the change that you're experiencing, you have to find that within as well. It's what you have to face with yourself first. Not everything, in a sense, shit is a reflection. So not everything is really being done to you. It's still about what you allow and what you tell yourself. So yeah, that transition can be a bit hard, but it's also about how much of it are you resisting? So the Fool, I really look at this as like, it's a wild card. It can really be whatever it is that you want it to be, but don't, like, bruh, you know the truth. There's some kind of inner truth that you already know. That's the reason why you can't help but to move forward, or you can't help but to enter a new path in some way. There's a direction that you are focusing on, and it's not about what's within that. You just know that there's something more high, like a higher vibration within that can come out of it. And you want to reach it, you know? So I'm just fucking hearing, well, so then how are you going to do that? And then the fucking Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck with more reason. Like, time is an illusion, but time is still in motion, you know? It's about making room to incorporate more than what you think you know. Incorporate what you don't. Incorporate what you are learning. Incorporate what you are being drawn, you know, intuitively drawn to, just called to as well. I think I'm gonna leave that there. I hope that made sense. But yeah. So happy Scorpio full moon. I love you.